All right, I guess I'm gonna make a video. I guess you call it like a little bit of a tip. This is directed towards like the homeowner who's tackling their own flooring install. If you are a flooring installer or you're in the trades and you're proficient at installing floors, this is gonna be pretty basic to you. It's gonna be like, yeah, I know. So obviously this isn't directed at those guys. So what am I going to talk about here? We are going to talk about something that is referred to as stair stepping, perhaps waterfalling, and it pertains to the install of vinyl plank flooring, real hardwood like this existing floor, which is 2 1/4 red oak. It pertains to engineered hardwood or even old school laminate. So when you're installing a floor, this is my field of install. Okay, I have my starter end and I have my ender end. Pretty self-explanatory. This is where I start my rows. This is where I end my rows. So if you notice at my install here, we have what is referred to as short seams or butt seams. That's these seams, short seam, butt seam. These are the long seams. If you see mine, they're pretty random, you know. You don't want to be able to look down at it and your eye catch a distinct pattern. It's kind of the difference of when I walk into a home and I see a floor installed. It's one of those things. There's several different things, but that's one of those things that will jump out at me that will be a sign that whoever installed it wasn't a professional at installing flooring, or they are a professional, but they got a little lazy because the stair step method does make it a bit quicker. So that being said, if you're doing it right, you shouldn't see any distinct patterns. This should just look random, okay? Now, when you're dealing with vinyl and some engineered, all the planks come out of the box the same length, okay? So you have to use your saw or your guillotine cutter, and you have to cut random lengths. Right here, I already have it staged. That is what you would call a stair step. See how it jumps out at the eye? Boop, boop, boop. They're all about, I don't know, roughly 6 inches apart. That, to me, jumps out. That does not look random. That looks like it was a designed pattern. And since these are all the same length, when I go to my field of install and I install towards my ender side, that pattern will reemerge. Juju. If you have an exceptionally long run, it's really going to look out. It's really going to stick out to you. So instead of doing that, I don't know, maybe I could go for toss it around a little bit. Well, this guy. Well, this guy. Maybe that guy. Step back. See how it's a little more random. It's not going to stick out to the eye as much. As I proceed down my field of install, it's just going to look better. But that's just me. Maybe someone else likes the distinct pattern. Not too many people do. The last thing I'll talk about is expansion gaps. See how there's a gap there on my starter row, my starter end? And then on my inside, there's expansion too. So with real hardwood like this existing floor, you want expansion too because it's real wood, it's porous, especially when you live in the Midwest or the South. We have humid season, then we have dry season like we're in now. So over the seasons, the material is going to take in moisture, then it's going to release it. So it's going to expand and contract. If you were to install this hardwood floor here, this existing subfloor, you may want to call it right now, wall to wall, when it tries to do that expanding, contracting over the seasons, it's going to have nowhere to go. It's going to hit the walls, boom, boom. And so it's just going to push in on itself, and that's when you're going to get buckling on your seams. You could get it on your long seams, you could get it on your short seams, or you could get it on both. Now, with vinyl plank flooring, you have pretty much 2 methods of install. You have full spread glue down, or you have what this is called a floating floor. If this is installed properly, this entire field of install, when it's done, over time it will shift, but it will shift as a whole unit. So it's not gonna hurt it any kind of way. All right. if I was to install it wall to wall, as it attempts to shift and move over the years, it will have nowhere to go, and it will buckle in on itself. Anyways, pretty basic stuff if you're a flooring installer. But if you're a homeowner trying to do your own flooring, I thought I'd throw it out there. Everybody have a blessed day.